My name is Andy Hornby, photographer and vlogger. 15 years ago I started teaching myself photography. Today I travel the UK as a professional wedding photographer, landscape photographer and filmmaker. Learn from my experiences, my mistakes and my tips and advice. Join me on my photography adventures. Hey there, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be looking at reviewing the Zhiyun Crane. Anyway, I've had a lot of comments recently about my vlogs being very unsteady, and you can't really do a whole lot about that because it is a vlog, you're hand holding stuff. But I decided to up my game with my video B-roll stuff. I have a Steadicam already. I bought a cheap Steadicam from Newer. It does a good job of steadying stuff. You want to get some steady B-roll. And I like it. Takes a long time to set up, and I'm hoping that the crane, the Zhiyun Crane, I'm going to call it a Zhiyun Crane, just hope the Zhiyun Crane will allow for quicker setup so I can get going with B-roll and really quicken up my production time, which makes it easier for me to make videos, get them out to you guys. I'm going to be talking about a few other bits and pieces today because I've set up a new website. I want to talk about that. I know sometimes people don't really like videos where I'm talking a lot about my workshops and stuff, but this video is going to be a little bit about that. So on the flip side of talking about the new crane, I'm going to be talking about my websites too, so just bear that in mind. If you're not that interested in me talking about the workshop and stuff, please stick around for the review of the Zhiyun Crane anyway, and when it gets to the point where you're not that interested, you can do what you got to do. Let's get into this, shall we? Okay, first of all I wanted to mention that I'm actually shooting on the new 35mm 1.4 from Sigma. I know I've done a review on this before and said the video was rubbish, but yeah, that's video when people are moving around and stuff. I'm actually going to be stood in front of my tripod talking to you about the Zhiyun Crane, so I'm happy to use this. I like the focal length, I like the bokeh and the blue in the background. I mean, look at this background, the tree's not that far away and it's out of focus. It's lovely. So yeah, the Zhiyun Crane, I bought this recently. I haven't used it very much. I want to get some B-roll around the really nice estate in Fareham and show you guys how steady this is. It's really good. I've used it a few times. It's really nice, gives you really nice video, and I'm hoping to incorporate this into my vlogs and stuff. Setting up the crane can be a bit tricky at first. Once you get used to it, it becomes a lot easier. You can pretty much set up in about 5 or 10 minutes. I generally put it on my tripod, set up while I'm stood up next to it so I can see how things go. So I might do a video at some point on how to set it up. Trust me, it doesn't take very long, and once you've got it set up for your camera, pretty much if you're going to be using the same lens over and over again, there's not really a whole lot more you need to do with it. You just have to recalibrate it slightly so it won't be too much of a hassle for you. It's not going to take too long when you get onto set or wherever you're going, your location. It's generally pretty good, and I'm going to be taking it on my trip in a few weeks up and down the country. If you don't know, I'm going to be going on a little trek up and down the country via Cornwall, Wales, Cumbria, Yorkshire, back down the east coast of the UK, only for a week. So I'm going to get a few locations in, but the location I'm going to are pretty much a photographer's dream, so I'm going to be vlogging that whole trip as best I can. Hopefully the weather's going to be pretty nice. I'd like a bit of definition in the sky, as you can see it's a really nice day. Doesn't make for good pictures or video. If you're interested in watching those vlogs, please subscribe now if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell, and in a few weeks time you'll be notified when I upload those videos. It's going to be pretty awesome, guys, so hopefully I'll see you there. Okay, so here she is. This is the Zhiyun, so I'm going to pronounce it, Crane 3-axis gimbal, and I've got it set up currently. The idea is once you've set it up, when you get it balanced right, you should be able to move this around and it shouldn't drop anyway unnecessarily, so it should kind of stay where it needs to stay. And then when you turn her on, the motors will kick in, and there we go. We have a very sturdy, stable gimbal. Yeah, we have it. Like that. Like that. So there you go. We have a very nice sturdy gimbal. This thing is going to help me make my B-roll just a little bit better. We'll have a look and see how this thing fares up, and then I'll give you a quick review after I've had a mess around with it. So here's a little bit of the B-roll I've got today. Gets quite windy through here. I do quite a few workshops down here, especially my lighting and posing workshop, which I'll talk about my workshops in a little while, so I don't bore you right now. But yeah, this thing is really good. I've enjoyed it. That was just a really short snippet of some of the stuff I've done today. I haven't got a lot of time because I've got to be somewhere this afternoon, so I've only done a few little bits and pieces. But you can see this thing is very stable, with the in-body image stabilization of the Sony's as well, the IBIS. Works a dream, and it's certainly going to take my B-roll to a little bit of another level. Not massively expensive, a couple £100 now. You can get the cheaper version like I did. This isn't the new version, this is the older one, the older model, but I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. You can't really vlog with this, it's quite a heavy setup, so a lot of people do sort of mention on my vlogs that because I'm handheld, it's very unstable, it's very jittery and bumpy and stuff. That's because I'm walking around with it. I'm currently on a tripod with you at the moment, and I can't always do that if I'm vlogging. If I'm walking, I've got to be handheld. This thing weighs quite a bit, and with a bigger lens potentially, it's not very good for vlogging. The other problem with that is as well, my mic would have to sit on top, and it wouldn't be very balanced with the centre of gravity, because centre of gravity is going to be a little bit higher up, and it's going to make this really tricky to balance, so you can't really put a microphone on this. Also, when you're moving around, the microphone is going to bump into this thing. It just wouldn't work, so I don't see this as being much of a vlogging setup. I can't really do the whole vlogging thing with this, and again, after a while I'm going to have to start double-handing it, because this thing does get quite heavy after a little while, so bear that in mind if you're thinking about buying one of these for vlogging. I think my normal setup is good enough as it is at the moment, and this would be good for my B-roll, so just something that's going to take my videos to a little bit of another level. Good stuff. If you've got any questions, please drop a comment down below. If you've got any issues that you've had with it, please let me know, and I'll potentially do a review of it. I am going to do a video later on how to set this thing up. It doesn't take very long once you've got your sort of mind around how it sets up and the different elements that you need to look at. You can do it fairly quickly, 5-10 minutes at most. You don't need to spend half hour. There are other YouTube videos out there, which is where I learned how to set this thing up, on a YouTube video, because it doesn't really come with great instructions. There are instructions, but they're just not that good. That's the review. If you're not particularly worried about sticking around for all my workshop stuff, which I'm going to explain in a second, this is where I would leave the video for you if you like. But if you did enjoy this part of the video, please slap a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll review quite a few bits of kit. I've got other reviews on there, mainly Sony cameras, lenses, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe and have a look at my other videos. If you're interested in listening to me waffle on a little bit about my workshops and my photo walks, stick around, because that's coming up now. Let's do that. Okay, so this is the part I want to talk to you about, my new endeavour, if you like. I've got a few websites out there. Obviously I do wedding photography, landscapes, I do portraits, I also do architecture, interior design, loads of different bits and pieces. So I've always wanted to teach, and it's an area I want to get into, and for the last kind of 8 months I've been doing a few workshops. I do free photo walks down in Southsea and around Portsmouth. but I want to teach more, and I want to really get into it and really punch my way through the market for workshops. So I've actually built a website specifically for my workshops, where at the moment I've had workshops on my wedding website, I've had workshops on my landscape website. I'm just bringing them all together in one website, and hopefully it's going to kick off. And I want to invite some of you guys to join. You can join as a free member. This website, it gives you access to a lot of my editing videos that I don't show on YouTube. They're marked as private, so only my members get to see those. So if you're interested in seeing how I edit my images, albeit portraits, there's no wedding stuff on there at the moment because that's a little bit different, but my landscape stuff's on there. I've done quite a few workshops where, so after the workshops, I'll edit some of the pictures I've taken on the workshop to show my workshop attendees. These are the videos that I'm going to be putting out for my members on my website. So further to joining up as a free member, so I offer membership plans whereby you can purchase a plan and you get a certain number of workshops pretty much for a discount price. So if you live in the south coast of England or you want to travel down, you can have a look. These plans, they're 3 monthly plans, so you can purchase them, and within 3 months you can come on any workshop apart from my wedding workshops because they're obviously a bit more expensive. It gives you the opportunity not only to save money, but also on my silver and gold plan you also get a one-to-one session with me, so you can really get to grips with how I take pictures, how I edit pictures, you know, my whole process. So I want to throw that back and hopefully give something back to you guys, because I want to thank you. I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty damn awesome. It's been a pretty fast-paced year. Since January I've added over 600 subscribers. I know it's not a lot compared to a lot of photographers out there, but for me that's it's a big achievement, and it's all down to you guys, so I'm really thankful. So this is in some ways a thank you to you. If you're interested, yeah, please jump over to my website, sign up as a free member, and that would be fantastic, and hopefully see you on a workshop or a photo walk soon. My photo walks are free, by the way. I don't charge for them. A lot of local photographers, they'll charge £10, £15, sometimes even £20 for these photo walks. But for me it's just a way of getting me out of the house. I get to meet some of you guys and girls, which is pretty awesome. We get to take pictures, you know, I get to share some of my thoughts and feelings on the locations we go to. At the moment a big one for me and locally is the shipwreck at Tipner, which is just outside of Portsmouth. That's just huge. The pictures we're getting from there are absolutely amazing, and every time I go back the tide's different, the weather's different, you know, the atmosphere is different, and we're just getting lots and lots of different images from pretty much one composition. I'm going back down there every week at the moment. That might turn into every 2 weeks soon. I've got a lot of weddings coming up in August, so there's not going to be a huge amount of stuff going on in August. July, like I say, I'm away for a little bit in July, but I'll be back to it in September, and we're going to just hopefully just build this community, and I want you guys to yeah, come along. I want to share what I've learned and really give something back. I know it sounds a bit corny, but it's actually true. You know, a photographer says to me a long time ago, you know, do stuff because you want to do stuff, don't do stuff because you want to get paid. Like I say, my photo walks, I do them for free because I get to meet people, and it is purely that. And there's photographers out there that will charge £15–20 for a basic photo walk for a couple of hours, and for me it's just about getting out there. It gets me off my backside. I get out, I shoot some nice pictures, I get to meet you boys and girls, and that's it for me. There's nothing else in it at all for me, and I don't want it to be about. It's about the passion for me. My landscapes is a passion. You know, my wedding photography, I love weddings, but that's photography for someone else, and I've always said this. I love going to weddings, I love shooting weddings, I love meeting people. I've always had that thing, that affinity with meeting new people and meeting their family and friends and really getting on and becoming their friends. But again, I edit pictures for someone else. I don't generally use those pictures for me unless it's something I want to put on my website for anything. But my landscapes, it's just a passion, you know, it's finding that passion inside you. If I could just draw that out, if you come to one of my photo walks or workshop or even a beginner course, I do beginner courses as well in photography. So if you're an absolute beginner and you've just picked up your first DSLR or your first mirrorless or whatever camera you've got, and you don't know how to use it and you're just pointing and shooting, I'm here to help you. if you want to come down to the south coast of England, if you're local to the south coast of England, I've got a workshop coming up in August for the absolute beginner. That's level 1. I've also got a level 2 workshop, which is pretty much where you'd want to go to straight after level 1, and they're really cheap comparatively to some of the big companies around locally that do these workshops. You know, they're talking what, 150, 200 pounds. I'm literally just asking 75 pounds, and you get 6 hours. We'll do classroom stuff, the theory, and then we'll get out and we'll do practical sessions around the estate where we hold the meetings. So it's a really good workshop. I've really put a lot of work into it to give you guys and girls, you know, something to think about when you take your camera out next, rather than just snap away. You'll be like, maybe long exposure would work well here, or maybe let's do HDR, or let's get a nice panorama of this huge expanse where your lens won't fit the whole picture in your frame. So let's get together. That's what this is about. This for me is a community. I'm happy that there are a lot of people out there who don't really get what I'm trying to do, and I get a lot of negative comments, which is fine. You know, this whole thing is subjective. What I like may not be what you like, and that's absolutely fine. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. But if you're looking to learn a little bit more, and or you want to come down and just want to shoot the shipwreck, or you want to come down to South Sea and shoot along the coastline, because there's hundreds of things to shoot in South Sea. It's crazy. You know, I live in one of the best cities in the UK for landscape and architecture. It's just phenomenal. If you just want to come down and meet, get together, drop me an email, join up to my website, and hopefully I'll see 1 or 2 of you soon. I know I've rambled on a bit. Hopefully it's not too much for you and I haven't put you off. I'm just passionate about this stuff, and I want to make sure you guys know that, and I just want to find that passion in you too. I hope you enjoyed the review of the crane. It wasn't very much. You'll probably see it in the background now and again, but only in my B-roll. It's not going to really be with me too much. And yeah, it's going to take my videos hopefully to that little bit next level. I'm trying to better myself all the time as well, which is why I bought it. So hopefully you guys will like this video. Thumbs up would be fantastic. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and leave comments down below. I'm always happy to answer any questions you've got. If you've got any ideas of videos or reviews or gear that you'd like me to review, that kind of stuff, or places you'd like me to see. Remember, I'm going up and down the country soon, so if you've got any ideas of places I should visit, that might be a good one. Just drop them in the comments down below, and I'll answer them as best I can. So yeah, hit the notification bell as well if you want to receive updates about when I upload the next video. And again, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out end of July, beginning of August from my vlog, so if you don't want to miss that, hit that notification bell. So thank you very much for sticking around, listening to me waffle on. It means a lot, it really does. When I get to 1,000 followers, that's quite a big milestone for me, so I'm really pleased about that. The fact that it's grown so much in the last 6 months is just phenomenal. So I'm really happy, and it's all down to you guys, so thank you. Right then, until I see you next time, keep shooting, and yeah, take care. Bye.